Betrayal is the worst experience anyone could go through. You see, it's easy to see how betrayal could hurt someone's feelings. When somebody you love, when somebody you've committed yourself to, when somebody you've put into your future, somebody that you thought so much of, somebody that you chose out of all the people in the world to commit yourself towards, somebody that you brought into your life and visualized a future with, a future of their happiness and your happiness, somebody that you stood for, somebody that you counseled, somebody that you thought about and kept in your thoughts and prayers, somebody that you conspired to make happy, would then become somebody that becomes your sworn enemy, that becomes a victim to you, that becomes somebody that blames you for their own inability to experience love and connection. And when this happens to somebody, it's easy to see how that would hurt them. It's easy to see why having somebody you care about doing that to you would hurt you. But it's not just about that relationship. It's what it does to the person and the reality they live within. That it makes their world so dark because of their betrayal of their own mind, the certainty they had about you, the person they believed you to be, the esteem that they had, the pride they may have taken in meeting someone as special as you, that you occurred to them to be a partner in life, in some cases a soulmate. In some cases it may even have felt destined because that person felt alive. They felt seen and understood. In this world of challenge, in this world of trials, and you meet somebody and you bring them in, and you're kind and you think about them so fondly. When you get betrayed, it doesn't just break your heart, it breaks your mind. It severs your ability to even trust yourself, and therefore you can't trust the world. It puts a person in hell. It transforms that world of the child and the wonder and the love and the magic of life and the mystery and the possibilities into certain doom, into fear. It prevents them from being able to see love. It prevents them from being able to detect kindness. It prevents them from being able to even discern the good from the bad. It makes them just trust nobody anymore. And when a human being has lost the ability to see and experience love, they've lost themselves. They've lost the ability to love others. They've lost the ability to create. They've lost the ability to navigate. That they can no longer trust what they feel and what they see. And they're walking around lost, hopeless, broken, desperate, literally set up for another betrayal, for someone to come into their world and wake them up, to remind them of who they are. And they're looking for themselves. They're looking for something, trying to find themselves while looking through the lens of darkness, an interpreted view of life, of loneliness and isolation and abandonment, being forsaken, losing their faith in life, in people, most importantly, in themselves, left confused and perplexed about how could something so seemingly beautiful and amazing go so wrong. How could you be so committed and so nice and so kind and so caring and so thoughtful to be negated, humiliated, destroyed, tarred and feathered, scapegoated, blamed, victimized by somebody who is now portraying themselves as a victim, who would go out of their way to tell everyone around you that you're crazy, that you're bad, that you're broken, that you're wicked, that you're mentally ill, that you're crazy. Somebody so cowardly that they couldn't look in the mirror and confront their own guilt and shame. And they're going to make you pay for their inferiority, for the fact that since the moment they met you, they knew they weren't enough for you, that they knew who they were. And they knew that this is what they do to people. And they did it to you anyway. Somebody that can't even muster the integrity and courage to confront themselves. And you're going to pay for it. And many of you have been paying for that for far too long. The reason I talk, the reason I stand for the people pleasers, is because I know exactly what that world is like. I know the depths of hell. I know what it's like to ruminate. I know what it's like to be betrayed. I know what loss is like. I know what it's like to have everything you've ever known and loved taken. And I know what it's like to look at the people that have done it, watching them celebrate your failure, watching them rejoice in the righteousness and the entitlement of forcing the fulfillment of their deception, their deceit, their betrayal, like rejoicing in literally engineering your failure so they could try to be right about being better than you because they're envious of your love, envious of your light, envious of the creativity, envious of everything that made you love. And they wanted to take that from you, to convince you that you were no better than them. In fact, you were less than them. And what I want to tell you is it's time to wake up. It's time to see that it's not about seeing the good or bad in people. It's about seeing who you really are. That if you're struggling with thoughts of brokenness, if you're still trying to solve the puzzle of whether you're good enough, if you're stuck thinking about whether there's something wrong with you or not, if you're trying to muster the energy to make another go and try to prove yourself to this world, you don't have anything to prove. You don't have anything to fix. You don't have anything to change. You don't have to play that game anymore. It's time to surrender and let go. It's time to forgive yourself. It's time to understand that what you've experienced, we've all experienced it, and you're not alone. There's a world of people out here just like you, and they're waiting for you. That you're a difference maker. That you have the love within you. You have all the answers. You have all the worldly experience. You have all the knowledge. And the last piece is just finding yourself again and finding yourself in a new way. Recognizing it's not just about restoring yourself to the person that had more confidence, that had a little more love, that just was happier than you are today. It's recognizing that that happy person that saw the good in people and tried to figure out how to make them happy is not the person that you are. That's the same person that's sitting there today. That you didn't lose yourself. You didn't lose anything. It's an illusion. That you aren't broken. It isn't your fault. What you've gone through is normal. This is the path for many of us. That we were just not designed for this paradigm. It's a world built by narcissists for narcissists. And it's never been a world built for you. And that's why it seems so cold. But it's time to wake up.